welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited because I'm gonna be teaching you how to play The Man by Taylor Swift, and the music video actually came out earlier today. Cody and I watched it and we got a pretty big kick out of it. I was fully expecting Taylor to go extra hard on this one because you know how she is with Easter eggs and things like that. One of my favorite parts of the music video was in the subway station when you saw all of the names of her old past albums, and then you see a sign that says "If Found, return to Taylor Swift." And then on the other side, there's a sign that says "No scooters," which I just thought, I have to say that was really clever. That was really clever, Taylor. Points for that one. So I want to know, what was your favorite part of the Man music video? Comment down below because there are, as always, so many Easter eggs, and I want to know what shocked you, what, you know, just got you excited. So share it down below. All right, starting off with the basics, you're gonna need your guitar to be tuned to standard. We are not using a capo, and we have just 4 chords for this entire song that repeat over and over and over again. Super easy, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into a close-up for our chords, and then we'll get on to strumming. So starting off, our first chord is an F major. Obviously, I am making the barred shape here. Taylor actually plays the open F, and I do have an F major chord tutorial, so if you need some extra help with the F major, I will link that video down below, and it shows you both the open and barred versions. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our second chord, which is the G major. Our third chord is the C major. And then our final chord is an A minor. So those are the 4 chords you're gonna need to know for the song. If you need some additional help with any of those, I will link all my chord tutorials down below in the description box, and the order in which I did teach the chords is actually the progression for the entire song: F to G to C to A minor. Now that we have our chords down and our chord progression, the only element that we have left to this tutorial is just strumming patterns, which I have 2 of them for you. So I'm gonna break this down in the most simplest format possible because Taylor is very dynamic when she comes to her strumming. So especially you will hear that in her live performances. It's very percussive. I'm just gonna break the strumming down into some bite-sized elements. Keep in mind, if you are a beginner and you find any of this difficult, you can always resort to just single down strums throughout the entire song. There's no shame in doing that if you need to start off that way. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with our intro verse patterns. It's gonna sound a little something like this. I would be complex, I would be cool. They'd say I played the field before I found someone to commit to. So that is the intro verse strumming pattern. So essentially, breaking this down, we're just gonna mute the strings here. It's down, up, down for each chord. Down, up, down, up, down. Down, up, down, up, down. Now, once you have the pattern down, if you want to incorporate the muting and chucking, let's go ahead and just start with the muting because I feel like that's the easiest step to take. That's gonna happen at the end of each strumming pattern sequence. So let's just go ahead and start off with the first chord in our progression, F. So what I'm doing on that last down strum is I am going really hard on it, and then I'm coming back and I'm muting the strings with the side of my palm here. So just hitting back, and then just like that, just to cut off the sound. Now, once you get that part down and feel comfortable with it, then I would advise adding in the chucking. The main key that you want when you chuck is to keep the side of your palm near the bridge and as close to the strings as possible, because you're gonna be doing like little mini mutes basically, and you're gonna be really using that side of your palm to really work those strings. Essentially what you're doing is you are just kind of bouncing on the strings a little bit. So you have to kind of just get a feel for it, but you're just actively going back and muting those strings. And I'm keeping my fretting hand just on the chord the entire time, pressing down, and I'm just going. If you can't get it right away, don't beat yourself up about it, especially like if you're a beginner, that's something a little bit more intermediate. So just focus on trying to get down the strumming pattern first, and then maybe tackling that mute and the accented, you know, last down strum, and then go into chucking. Chucking takes a lot of practice, and I still find at times that Depending on the song, I struggle with it a little bit because I don't chuck as much. I definitely do a lot of palm muting stuff. But another thing you can do is also just practice things really, really slow. Don't worry about playing to the exact speed of the song. Play it at your own pace so that way you can really focus on each technique that you are working on. Now our second strumming pattern takes place in both the pre-chorus and the chorus. The only difference here is that in the pre-chorus we will continue the chucking, and then in the chorus we just go full strum. So we actually already know the first half of the pattern, which is down, up, down, up, down. We're just gonna add the second half of the pattern, which is up, down, down, up. So in full, it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Just like that. Now, if you want to play it just like Taylor plays the song live, you're gonna want to add in the chucking, so it sounds like this. Leader, be an alpha type, and everyone believes ya. What's that like? I'm so sick of running as fast as I can. Wondering if I get there quicker if I was a man. And obviously, as I dove into the chorus, it's the same strumming pattern just without that chucking and muting, just a nice free open strum. So real quick, let's talk about the bridge because there are so many different things that you can do here. I resort to muted single down strums, so it's gonna sound like this. If I was out flashing my dollars, I'd be a bitch, not a baller. Na, 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 na. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's what I do. I think it sounds really cool here to just go full on percussive, but you can maintain that pre-chorus strumming pattern with the chucking in there. If I was out flashing my dollars, I'd be a bitch, not a baller. You can just carry that the entire way through. And then when you get to I'm so sick of running as fast as I can, you can do single down strums here, or the way that Taylor actually does it, she takes that strumming pattern from the pre-chorus and she just strums very lightly, just very light-handed. So it's I'm so sick of running as fast as I can. Wondering if I get there quicker if I was a man. And I'm so sick of them coming at me again. So that's actually how she does it, but I just resorted to just in the playthrough. That's just personally what I really like to do, but if you want to do it the Taylor way, just carry that strumming pattern. It's mostly, the song is mostly that strumming pattern the entire way through. So that is how you play The Man by Taylor Swift. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys just a little bit of a playthrough combining all of the elements together. Now I'm not gonna play the whole song just because it's the same 4 chords over and over and over again. You're just changing your strumming around a little bit. I would be complex, I would be cool. They say play the field before I found someone to commit to, and that would be okay for me to do. Every conquest I have made would make me more of a boss to you. Be a fearless leader, be an alpha type, and everyone believes ya. What's that like? I'm so sick of running as fast as I can. Wondering if I get there quicker if I was a man. And I'm so sick of them coming at me again. If I was a man, I'd be the man. I'd be the man, yeah. I'd be the man, yeah. She likes you talking about making it dollars and getting pictures and models, and it's all good if you're bad, and it's okay if you're mad. If I was out flashing my dollars, I'd be a bitch, not a baller. There ain't out to be bad, so it's okay if I'm mad. Dramatic pause for like probably 18 seconds, and then you can go, I'm so sick of running as fast as I can. Wondering if I get there quicker if I was a man. And I'm so sick of them coming at me again. If I was a man, I'd be the man. I'd be the man. I'd be the man, yeah. I'd be the man. I'd be the man. that is how you play The Man by Taylor Swift. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up and let me know down below what other songs from Lover I should teach next. Also, down below in the description box, I'm linking her live Paris performance, her Tiny Desk concert, and of course, the audio to the original song, all here on YouTube, so that way you can practice to any of those versions that you would like. I highly recommend practicing to those tracks once you start to really get comfortable with the chords and the strumming, because it'll help you with your timing. If you would like to share with me how this video has helped you out, you can tag me at Guitar Goddess TV on Instagram and use the hashtag GG Community, so that way I can find your video practice sections or your covers. And you can also meet other people in the GG community as well, because everyone over there is super positive, super supportive, super helpful. So I highly recommend uploading your practice check-ins, your covers over there. It's just a great way to get feedback and, you know, have some accountability to practice. But that is gonna be it for today's video. I wanna thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.